What defines a hero? Is it brute strength, a chest full of medals, or the respect commanded by a uniform? Sometimes, the truest strength is the one you can't see, hidden behind a quiet smile and an unassuming presence. This is the incredible story of a woman who proved that courage isn't about being the loudest in the room, but the most resilient. Our story begins at a prestigious military academy, a place where future leaders are forged in the fires of discipline and intense physical training. Among the new intake of hopeful cadets was a woman who, let's call her Jane, didn't quite fit the typical mold. She was older than her peers, quieter, and carried a certain calmness that some of the younger, more boisterous cadets mistook for weakness. In the testosterone-fueled environment of the academy, where every day was a competition, Jane became an easy target. During a particularly grueling obstacle course exercise, a group of male cadets, eager to prove their dominance, decided to motivate her. As she struggled to get over a high wall, they didn't offer a hand up. Instead, they shoved her, sending her tumbling back down into the mud. They laughed, making comments about how she was too slow, too weak, and didn't belong there. Jane didn't retaliate. She didn't shout or complain. She simply got up, brushed the mud from her uniform, and looked at them with an unreadable expression. Then, with a focus and determination that silenced their laughter, she tackled the wall again, this time clearing it with practiced, efficient movements that left them stunned. This incident, however, didn't go unnoticed. An instructor, a seasoned master chief, had witnessed the entire exchange. He called the group of cadets aside, his face like stone. He didn't yell. He didn't need to. His quiet disappointment was far more potent. He told them to stand by and wait. A little while later, the master chief returned, but he wasn't alone. Walking beside him was Jane, no longer in her cadet uniform. She now wore the crisp, decorated uniform of a Navy officer, adorned with ribbons that told a story of incredible bravery and service. On her sleeve was a trident, the unmistakable, revered symbol of a U.S. Navy SEAL. A stunned silence fell over the cadets. The air crackled with their dawning realization. This woman they had mocked, the woman they had physically pushed down and belittled as weak, was not just a fellow cadet. She was a combat-hardened veteran, a Navy SEAL. She was part of an elite group of warriors, the best of the best, who had endured some of the most difficult training on the planet and had served in the most dangerous corners of the world. The Master Chief let the reality sink in, then he spoke. He explained that after years of distinguished service in special operations, Jane had decided to pursue a different path of leadership. She had voluntarily enrolled in the academy to earn a commission, to become an officer and lead the next generation. She had chosen to start over, to humble herself by training alongside recruits who were years her junior and had zero real-world experience. He looked directly at the cadets who had pushed her. "You thought you were tough," he said, his voice low and cutting. "You thought you were testing her. The truth is, she's been tested in ways you can't even imagine. She has faced real enemies, endured real hardship, and shown more courage in a single mission than you've shown in your entire lives." The shame on the cadets' faces was palpable. They had mistaken quiet confidence for weakness, humility for inadequacy. They had judged a book by its cover and had been profoundly, embarrassingly wrong. They were looking at a living legend, and they had treated her with utter disrespect. One by one, they stepped forward, their earlier arrogance completely gone, replaced by a deep and genuine remorse. They apologized to Jane, not just for their actions on the obstacle course, but for their prejudice and their ignorance. And how did Jane react? With the same grace and quiet strength she had shown all along. She accepted their apologies without any hint of superiority. She told them that in the field, you are a team, and you trust the person next to you, regardless of who they are. She explained that true leadership isn't about proving you're the strongest, but about lifting up the people around you. It was a lesson they would never forget. From that day on, the dynamic at the academy shifted. The cadets looked at Jane with a newfound respect, bordering on awe. They sought her advice, not just on tactics, but on leadership and resilience. She didn't just teach them from a textbook, she embodied the very principles of honor, courage, and commitment the academy strived to instill. Jane's story serves as a powerful reminder for all of us. Strength isn't always loud and flashy. It can be quiet, resilient, and humble. It's a reminder to never underestimate anyone based on appearances, because you never know the battles they've fought or the mountains they've climbed. The quietest person in the room might just be the most formidable. True character is revealed not when we are on top, but when we are knocked down. Jane was pushed down into the mud, but she rose with a dignity and strength that exposed the true weakness in others. She taught those young cadets, and all of us, that the ultimate measure of a person is not their physical power, but the depth of their character and the quiet resilience of their spirit. Thank you so much for watching. We hope this story inspired you as much as it inspired us. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay strong and be kind.